Good evening to you all. My fan out there, I say a very big thank you to you, and I bring you greetings this day. I say good morning to all of you out there. I say good afternoon. I say good evening. I remember yours, Marvelous Cedric, MCTV, as you might fondly call me. Today I am bringing you the latest update on Arsenal transfer dealings of the day. Today we are going to be wrapping up the transfers of the season of the January. Anyway, let's say it's going to be a kind of half-year transfer. So we are bringing the wrap-up of the transfers already made this day. Today we have finally, I can authoritatively bring to you the information. I just want to break it up, that Southampton has agreed a deal in principle with Arsenal for the loan move for Soares, Cedric Soares. And it is apparently going to take us about between 4 to 5 million pounds in this loan deal, and we are having option to buy him outrightly by January, because by the end of the season, because once it is 1st of June, his contract will be expiring, and I think we will be having the opportunity to finally sign him for him to dust up a 4 years deal or 5 years deal, as the case may be. So it is an option already agreed, and I want to authoritatively put it to you that today he is Arsenal player. Very soon his pictures will be out. I have an insider that has informed me directly that everything has been completed, and anytime from now his pictures will be on the social media, and everybody will see to himself that finally we have signed right back. Actually, he's going to be playing with our dear Ballerin, and possibly sometime he'll be playing from the left back position, because for now, I think it's high time for us to push up Saka to the normal left midfield of where he normally plays. And we also have to bring in our dear Netherlands to his right side of the midfield, where he also plays, so that we don't need to be putting these guys off their positions. And of course, you know what that could mean in a long time. Actually, they might lose concentration both in the defense position and at that of the midfield position. So for me, I think it's a right movement towards the right direction also. So for me, finally, Cedric is our player. And moving forward, we also have some other news coming. There is a Wolf player that is about that we are moving for. Currently, we are on the verge of bringing in a midfielder from Wolves, but his name is yet withheld. The time I think I am trying to see that Arteta is actually doing some things different from how it normally used to be, where you will always be announcing the names of players, and before you know it, other clubs has snapped up the player. But now you can see that of Cedric. Nobody had much about him, and suddenly we are finally concluding. We've concluded everything about him today, but the news broke out and just a few days ago, and finally he is our player today. And you also saw how that of Pablo Mari happened, and it never took a long time, and we have concluded the signing of Mari also. So I think this is actually what we actually need now in our club. You keep some things coded, you need keep something secret, and you go all out and get your player. It's very important. Of course, we all know that Bruno sorry please, we all know that Bruno Guimaraes has been signed already out to I think to Lyon, and this is something that actually we would have concluded, but it's all okay. I think it's going to be okay for us to sign a player that is already experienced in the Premiership, who knows what it means to play in the Premier League, and he's not going to be learning anything new other than the formation and what the coach has to offer. And he's not going to be learning the language. He's not going to be a player that will be learning how to have communication with the players already. So he already is in the league, and I pray that at the end of the day he will finally be signed. It's just like John Fleck of Sheffield, who has also been has been linked to our dear club. We are working and we are watching and we are believing that one of the midfields will be signed. And for me, I am also eager to see Thomas Lemar coming into our team. And if at the end of the day he happens to finally sign in, I think I'll be very, very grateful to see that happening. But I know it's actually not going to be easy. But actually, we've done a great deal in the past couple of days now. And today we've been able to fill up the defense position where we've been having a lot and lots of problems. And I believe it's high time for us to now move on and see what we can do at the midfield. And I believe that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is actually going to stay because with the news that broke out, I think he has said that he's staying put. And that is to say that possibly by the end of the season, I think, for me, the way I see it, maybe he is thinking that if we can be able to get better on our position, maybe at the end of the season he could now sign up a new contract. For me, that is the way I see it. So by the time we conclude with one or two other players again, maybe before the end of the transfer in the night, I think possibly we could move on and finally cement ourselves in that top 4 position where we can now be able to attract more players, because the position where we kept ourselves in now is a position where it's not actually going to be okay for us to begin to compete with people, with some teams at the Champions League position. So this is the problem, and we actually need to work everything out to make sure that we work ourselves out of such situations and bring ourselves in a palatable situation at the end of the season, so that all our players will be where they are supposed to be, and we'll be looking for players that are also supposed to come to us, because when you are off it, you are not going to be there any longer. So it's actually going to be very painful for us to end up in a position that will be out of the top 4 or even at worst the Europa. But I still see that top 4 is reachable. Possibly, I think if we can move on from here and keep winning and winning and winning, and believing that some of the teams up there could be coming down, I think at the end of the day we are going to be having a better advantage, over some other teams. Thank you, and I believe that by 10 o'clock this night, I'll be giving you updates also concerning any necessary or informations that are very necessary for us to have at the end of the day. So I'll be following up all the transfers, and by 10, I think I'll be making a general transfer that will be rounding up over some other teams that will be involved. But apparently, Arsenal remains my number 1 priority. Thank you, and God bless you.